You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. You can tell everybody. And you can tell everybody. You can tell everybody. I'm the man. I'm the man. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Mm-hmm. Everybody. And you can. Everybody. Never. And everybody. I'm the man. I'm the man. Don't play any videos, damn it. Now we're just waiting. Waiting. We're just waiting. Waiting. We're just waiting for people to show up so we can talk about all of the things that happened last week. And then we'll have the secrets to be storm. We can keep on getting along. I'm doing this later than usual, primarily because I woke up late. Well, actually, no, I woke up early, and then I went back to sleep, and didn't wake up until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and had to do all my other stuff. And now, looky here, it's fucking almost 8 o'clock. But damn it, I said I was gonna do it, so we're gonna do it. Let's see. Now we're just waiting for people to pop up in the chat and start texting, so I know that the chat's working. This is very short notice. I just know that, but it is another Manic episode, so everything should be fine. Was that literally all that was announced? No, that can't be right. Was it? That'd be crazy. Especially because that fucking Inside Xbox was so fucking long, yo. It was so long to have that little content in it. That's what happens when I don't warn people. Barely anybody shows up. But it's fine. The hell was that? Oh. Yeah, that was most of the main stuff that showed up for State of Play. So we're going to go over both. We're going to talk about both State of Play, and we're also going to talk about Inside Xbox, since they happen on the same day, and figured that would cover the majority of, like, the talk. We'll probably talk about the Pokemon anime redesign stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. It depends on how much conversation is started from these conversations about these like two things, but we'll see. We'll see. I guess we'll also talk about Last of Us not having multiplayer. Although, like, my investment in Last of Us is nowhere near the same level as like everybody else's, so like, I know from what I always heard that The Last of Us multiplayer was fucking god tier, so I know a lot of people are annoyed that there is no multiplayer, especially considering like we're in the multiplayer era, so it's kind of like, how the hell do we not have any multiplayer? Oh, Jesus. I'll give it probably like another 30, 40 seconds, and then we'll kind of jump into it. This is like the lowest amount of views I've had in a while. Partially because I didn't like preface this, but I was already out of it. maybe I'll start scheduling these things in like way in advance, and then I'll have to force myself to stick to those times. That might be better in the long run to do that. But yeah, we'll give myself maybe like another minute, and then I'll just jump into everything. And maybe next time I'll schedule things better. But see, I wanted to get an episode out regardless of my incompetence, because you guys deserved an episode. And consistency is key. And it's not like I'm uploading anything else, so it's like, might as well fucking put out something worthwhile. What's up, Malik? I was gonna say this for the Juices Lose, but what do you think? Sonic 123 and CD versus Mario 123 and World. That's not really fair for me. For one, I haven't really played. I don't have as much of extensive knowledge in those games to justify me giving that kind of opinion. If we were talking, also when you say Sonic 3, does it include Knuckles or is that just Sonic 3? Like, are we including Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or is that just Sonic 3? Personally, I think Mario's more consistent. What's up, Laker Link? I think Mario is probably the most consistent, because, like, and it also depends on what version of Mario 2 you're talking about. You're talking about Mario 2 USA, or you're talking about Mario 2 Japan? I would probably say overall, though, Mario's more consistent. Like, I like Sonic, but I would say I have, like, no... What's up, Matt? No. Mastace Official? Mastelio. Maybe that's what it is. Mastelio. What's up, Mastelio? See, Sonic 1 I would never play again. I don't like Sonic 1 that much, personally. I think that game has some pacing issues. 2 is great. 3 and Knuckles is great. CD, I can take it or leave it. I know people love CD. I don't necessarily care for CD that much. Whereas, like, if you're talking about Mario 1, Mario 1's fine. Mario 2 Japan can go eat a dick. Mario 2 USA is fine. Mario 3 is real. Like, Mario 3, I think is just consistent, more consistent. Although, if you ask me, I prefer Sonic's games, though. But I will be objective and recognize that Mario is more consistent, although I prefer Sonic's gameplay. Like, personally, I would play Sonic 2, 3, and Knuckles over, like, any of the Mario games except for maybe World. World is probably like my favorite of those Mario games, of the 4 that you mentioned. But anywho, we got people showing up, so let's go ahead and get into this state of play and this Inside Xbox, because there's some shit to unpack and some conversations to be had. So, state of play is going to be the quickest one to go through, so that's the one we're going through. Also, my phone's going off, which is not good. I'm not having that shit today. So we're going to turn all that down. You ain't going to get me again, goddammit. Alright, anyways. So, yeah, I'm getting Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, state of play, we're just going to go through the main games they talked about, which was, they started off with this fucking indie-looking game. What's up, Lightning? Humanity. Humanity is a game. Like that's, state of play is one of those things where I'm like, I don't think Sony understands what the point of state of play should have been, because, like, the only hype-worthy game in state of play was probably Last of Us 2, and it was only hype-worthy because we haven't seen a lot of it, and we finally got a release date for it. But Humanity, throwaway. I think then we got a game from the creator of Katamari Damacy, which is called Watam, which is kind of cool because Katamari Damacy was already kind of a niche title. So I appreciate, like, fostering interest in, like, those same kind of weird games. I don't think this game has the same level of imagination as, like, Katamari Damacy. Katamari Damacy, it looks way more interesting in compared to, like, this. Watam, particularly because I don't know what the fuck the gameplay is about. Like, I don't think Watam's also and the character designs. Oh, you drew some stuff. Okay. I just started Jamon, so you haven't missed much. We're going over state of play right now. What Tom's character designs do not look that interesting to me compared to something like Katamari. So that's kind of a shame. But hey, if it's still fun, it's cool. Then we just got a bunch of weird fucking announcements. Like for example, this heavy focus on VR we got, which no, it was Call of Duty. That's what I'm missing. That's what I forgot. It was Humanity, then Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. Showing on Call of Duty means like nothing to me because it wasn't interesting whatsoever. That I knew that One Piece chapter shit was gonna come up. We're gonna have a conversation about that, but I'm gonna put that on the anime channel, Manic. Subscribe to Manic. The One Piece conversation will be had, just not here because this is gaming. We will have conversations. Call of Duty was a fucking. I don't even know why that's here, or it shouldn't have had as much time as it was given. Call of Duty to me was a waste of time. Well, Tom was fine. A bunch of VR games, which I guess makes sense because their VR has only been around for what, 2 years? Maybe two going on 3 years. But knowing how Sony is, Sony more than likely is gonna end up like dropping their VR pretty soon. The VR was kind of just, it came and went, and granted, it seems like VR seems to be a focus of every state of play, but I'm like, at least this time they understood to just make it a real. Also, not sure why LA Noire was the game people thought was needed VR. I get it, but like, why though? That's my thought process. Then we got the announcement of Civilization 6 coming to PlayStation 4. What the fuck? We'll talk about it, Static. We'll talk about it. Just not now. Civilization 6. Why? And it was handled, and I hated the way it was handled. It was handled like, here's a, what was it? It was like the way it was pushed was like, here's a new game in a beloved franchise. Like it was talked about in a way that made it sound like Civilization was bigger than what it actually is. Not saying people don't like Civilization. I'm just like, this is like your version of a Direct. Which, by the way, this is the most Nintendo Direct-ish state of play we've gotten so far. And I'm sitting there like, why Civilization 6 did you think needed that kind of intro? I have no fucking idea. Well, I'm not surprised Activision paid Sony. Here's my thing. A lot of these announcements wouldn't even bother me as much if there was more new shit in there. The two most interesting things, or I guess three most interesting things, one of which I don't think is that interesting, is Medieval and the demo that came out that day, which was leaked like an hour or two before. What's up, Prince? The demo that was leaked before, which, by the way, if you go look up like frame rates, oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Pokemon anime. We will talk about that. Actually, I'll actually put it on the screen. The frame rates for Medieval, that demo would look rough as hell. And it was kind of fucking ridiculous. We were like, damn. But like that game isn't even locked at 60 or 30. It fluctuates like hell. Let me pull it up. I usually don't pull up videos during these, but this one needs to be shown. Where are you? Fine. I know the name of the channel, but it did not show up where I wanted it to, and that was a problem. But Medieval's frame rates, that demo's frame rates is fucking garbage, which is insane to me, because I'm like, yo, how, Sway? But that might have been the reason why we didn't see much of it in the first place. That might have been the main reason we barely saw anything of that game, was due to the fact that, like, that shit wasn't ready. What's up, Melvin? What's up, Kuro? Yeah, we're talking about state of play. I just want to show it to you. I want to do... Let's do web page. And then I don't want the audio to play. I'm just going to show this to you, because this shit was baffling to me, yo. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. This is just the demo playing. Whoops. This is the demo playing, yo. Jesus Christ. And this game comes out next month. Why is the demo run this bad? Now, granted, the game could run better once it actually comes out. There could be some patches and whatnot. But Jesus Christ. This game doesn't look nowhere near intensive enough for it to be fluctuating this much in frame rate. So that blew me the fuck away. Shouts out the Contra Network, by the way. Then the other thing we got announced, I'll let this play for a little bit. It's only like 3 minutes. The other thing that got announced was Death Stranding PS4 bundle, which, by the way, I don't even think we know the price of this thing yet. Do we? Let's see. Can I go buy? How much is it if I buy it? Or pre-order it. I'm sorry. You can't even pre-order it right now. I can't. I'm on Sony's site and I can't even pre-order it. Whoops. I went further. There we go. But yo, I don't even think I can pre-order the bundle. You announced the bundle and I don't think I can pre-order it. Let's go on Amazon real quick and look. Because I was just on Sony's site and Sony's site doesn't even have. Let's see. PS4 bundle. Bundle, not pundle. So wait a minute. So it's shown on here, but Sony's site doesn't push it. So it's $400 for Death Stranding and the bundle. And I'm like, once again, so we got a bundle announcement, Medieval with a demo that the demo doesn't run. The demo runs for shit. And then the last thing was Last of Us 2 getting an announcement. Even though we know PS5 is probably going to come out late next year. So even though you gave me a release date of February 21st, 2020, we know just based off of this generation, more than likely, fucking this game is going to get ported to PlayStation 5, and it'll probably get ported with the added in multiplayer that isn't in this game. And I'm just like, what in the fuck? This was garbage. The kicker though is the PS4. Oh, I see what you did there, bad latency. You fucking savage. But yeah, I'm sitting here like, yo, why in the world did they even put this out? I don't know what the goal of this was, because it didn't help anything. You made everything look worse. That this year is pretty much dead. The only two games you got coming out is Death Stranding and this game right here, Medieval, which more than likely, I'm going to hang right here for a second, more than likely may not even run that much better than this. Although the game should have no reason running this bad in the first place. But it could be an unoptimized demo. Which why then put out a demo if the demo runs like shit? I don't fucking know. Let me get rid of this. Shit just blows me the fuck away that this is what we're still doing. Yeah, realistically, to be fair, I've been retroactively playing PS4 games. What's my Steam handle? Turkane, I believe. I'll put it in the chat. I never really push my Steam much because I'm not on it a lot. I do buy games and play games, and honestly, I don't even know if Batman's still on sale. Batman was like one of those games I was like, I probably need to go ahead and play Arkham Knight, but I haven't bought it yet because realistically, I'm still playing like 3 or 4 other games. Hell, I still need to finish fucking, what was it? I still need to finish Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So that's part of the reason why I didn't focus on it too much. I don't like promote it that much. But I mean, I'm cool with people knowing it and add me as friends. That's fine. Gifts always helpful too. I can't stream PC games because I don't think my graphics card can handle that and streaming at the same time. Batman is not on sale. I just looked. It's back up to $20. It was on sale last week and I should have bought it and I didn't. The two games I really want to I want to replay Arkham City, and then I want to play uh, Arkham Knight, because Arkham Knight I was not excited about playing, therefore I did not play. It's not, but I feel like since I played every other game in the franchise, I feel like I owe Arkham Knight a playthrough, even if I know I'm not gonna enjoy it as much as I like City. But it still deserves. It needs to be played for me. Like, it's for my own personal closure. But yeah, that Step Blade was pretty fucking garbage, and it tripped me out because I'm like, Sony, they're like, people need to understand something. What makes a direct good is the shit that like you have in a direct that either is a like brand new world premiere announcement or like shit that you would never see pushed anywhere else. And I'm like, yo, Last of Us 2, I get is a big announcement, but like it's not big enough to justify 20 minutes of bullshit. Like, most of these are Twitter announcements. A fucking console bundle. We're doing that shit Xbox was doing inside Xbox, where they fucking start talking about controllers. It's a little better because at least it's a bundle for a new game. But holy shit, like, that's not anything worth talking about. And the Medieval thing is probably the only interesting thing about it, because Medieval hadn't been shown that much. But once again, as I just showed you, that's PSN. I have to buy PSN, though. I still have to... The problem I have with buying PSN Lightning is that I would just get the free trial and then I gotta beat it before the free trial ends, because I lose it as soon as the free trial is over. And I just don't care to do that. I'd rather get it on Steam where I can like mod it and do other things to it. Also, there was rumors of a Batman game coming out, and that didn't happen, which made this even worse. But man, as much as I think this State of Play was pretty fucking garbage and kind of a waste of time, that inside Xbox can go eat a dick. It can 100% go eat a dick. I guess real quick we should talk about the multiplayer thing for Last of Us though before that. Which, like I said, I didn't play Last of Us. I know a lot of people like that game. I understand that is a big game for Sony and a big game for the fan base. And people were really excited about the trailer. Last of Us does nothing for me. I feel like if you weren't already a fan of Last of Us, the trailer for Last of Us 2 doesn't do anything for you. At least for me, it didn't do anything. But that multiplayer, people, I still remember in 2013, when that game came out, people would not shut the fuck up about the story and that multiplayer. Arkham Asylum has well, I don't know, man. I gotta go back and replay Arkham Asylum. I won't make that claim on Arkham Asylum. I remember it being pretty good. I do openly admit every other game is better. Even Origins, I think, is objectively a better game. But it also depends on what you want of a Batman game. I think what helps Asylum out, I think the worst part about Asylum is its boss fights and probably its linearity. And in some aspects, I don't mind its linearity as much. Like, it's not that big of a deal for me. Use my donation on Patreon before October. Before October 1st. You mean the donation? Oh, you're talking about when you went to my Patreon. Well, I already got that. That money has already been used towards other things. So that money, that's don't worry about that, Lightning. I'll get it eventually. But the multiplayer, I think I can respect the game for. I feel like it was weird. I feel like this generation had to go back and reprove that like single player games were worth something, and then people got mad that a game that was primarily known for its story doesn't have its multiplayer anymore. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I do think that what they'll probably do is when they port it to PS5, it'll get multiplayer. Which is probably what I'm not happy about, is that the fact that I know it's going to be a cross-gen game. Even if it's not like Breath of the Wild cross-gen, it'll be cross-gen because within the first year of the PS5, it'll get a port with multiplayer on it. That's probably going to happen. Like, I imagine that the PS5 will come out late next year, and then like in 2021, you'll see a port of The Last of Us 2 with multiplayer added in. Yeah, Arkham Asylum's boss fights are like my least favorite thing, and the Joker fight is the absolute worst fight. Just because it's so out of character. Now, later games will get this shit right completely in new and inventive ways. But yeah, my least favorite thing about Arkham Asylum is its boss fights. I actually don't even mind the linearity of it to a degree. But the boss fights are definitely the weakest thing in Arkham Asylum. I know some people don't like the linearity. I can take it either way with Batman. It doesn't hurt me. Well, yeah, but once again, I gotta get the free trial. I just don't want to pay for PSN. And the free trial I don't think is worth it because then I gotta rush to beat a game within the free trial. So it's not that big of a deal for me personally. Well, no, it's well. See, the whole thing with the port situation with PlayStation is kind of weird in the first place. The situation with ports is really going to be the PS4 got ports. No one gave a shit. People complained about the Switch ports, which was weird because no one complained. Like, I think the Nintendo fan base was complaining about the Switch ports. I mean, about the PlayStation ports. And I think some fans were complaining about PlayStation ports, but the majority, I feel like Xbox and PlayStation got way more of a pass for ports than the Switch did. And then PS5 will come out and it'll be the same situation. Now, I don't want to repeat a lot of what I said last week about this, where I think that the PlayStation 4 has a worse library compared to like the PS3 in terms of original titles. But I'm more kind of just like tired of it, that like this is going to be the norm moving forward. But for the sake of that, that's really all I got to say about PlayStation. So let's talk about this bullshit as inside Xbox, which is the main crux of this video. I'm streaming, get out. Okay, well hurry up because you're on camera and everyone can see you. Well, yeah, let's talk about this bullshit ass Xbox, inside Xbox. Dude, as much as I am not a fan of fucking PlayStation State of Play not having any real big announcements on it, you know what irks me more? This bullshit ass hour-long inside Xbox where they think that, for one, that comedy is garbage. That comedy is so bad. It's like, look guys, we know we have bad comedy and we're making fun of it. So we're gonna run it to the ground until we're fucking sick of it. And I'm just like, yo. Why do you waste my time with this? You know why you didn't know? Because there was nothing. Actually, if we even talk about the interesting things that came from that hour-long inside Xbox, we got new games coming to Game Pass. We got Jump Force, which is a garbage-ass title. Bloodstain, which most people have already bought, or they've either bought or were backers of it. Lego Worlds. Well, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, Lego Worlds being at it. Then on the PC side, you got City Skylines, Saints Row 4, Bad North, and Dirt Rally. The only game of note on there is Saints Row 4. The Xbox Game Pass app would be updated and improved. Let's see, more indie games will be included. Then they talked about a bunch of, some of these games were already talked about in State of Play, like the is it the Afterlife Party, the one where you have to outdrink the devil, which looks like a cool indie game, but once again, it's like if I watch State of Play, I literally just saw this. And it seems like it's coming out on everything, so it's not a big deal. Well, Xbox wasn't good anyway. I think it was worse because it was so fucking long. Then they kind of just reiterated talking about stuff like, oh, Gears 5 is getting updates. We're going to give you an update on Project xCloud, which is getting a beta. A beta that starts soon. And you can do things, and the games you can play is Halo 5, Gears 5, Sea of Thieves, and Killer Instinct will be some of the first 4 games you can try xCloud with. Then we got this pirate MMO, Atlas, they wanted to talk about. Like, when you really boil down what Inside Xbox was, Inside Xbox just has a bunch of fucking, like, small announcements that for some reason took an hour to talk about. But it's also because you have a bunch of like bullshit conversation going on with these really unfunny personalities. Ugh. I try to give these things a chance to be fair and objective, but at the same fucking time, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this mediocre ass this mediocre ass presentation. It's almost like I don't even do Xbox gamers like this shit. Like I wish Muhammad was here. Do Xbox gamers like Inside Xbox? Because most people don't even talk about it, let alone praise it. The only other thing is, oh look, Xbox One X and Xbox One S has new bundles. They have new hardware bundles with Forza Horizon 4 and Lego. Oh, and the Lego expansion. Let's see how much that is. Let's go look that up real quick. Because I don't even remember that. I think I halfway passed out through Xbox's thing. Because it was such a waste of fucking time. Let's see. Oh, we got the Gears 5 bundle. Which is $500 fucking dollars. I don't think the Forza one's even out on pre-orderable yet. Which is weird. And obviously this is the push for like... Oh no, here it is. No, is that it? No. No, I don't even think it's out yet. So you can't even pre-order the Xbox bundle currently. But oh wow. Okay, so I didn't even know about that bad latency. I don't even think Xbox is gonna get it together next generation. They have the potential to get it together. I just don't believe that they will. And that's my problem. Xbox to me is a worthless ass console. Like I think it was Mr. Goodfield who said something in the comments of last week's podcast where I was talking about the 360 being a garbage ass console. I guess to be fair, what I should have said is the first generation, which by the way lasted until like 2000. What was it, 9 or 10 before we got a revamp of the Xbox One? The Xbox 360. I'll check, but think about it. The Xbox 360 came out in 2005, and I don't think its revision came out until 2009 or 10. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure that was it. I think that was when its revision came out. Let's see. Yeah, it was 2010. So they had 5 years of a bullshit broken ass console that fucking ruined discs and fucking died on like half of its users, or at least a third to a half of its users, for 5 years before it fixed it. And granted, I know some people's 360s didn't go through that. Their OG 360s didn't go through that. But to me, 5 years of bullshit is not justified at all. It is not. That's why I would say of the three manufacturers, Xbox is the worst. Although Sony hasn't given me a lot. Sony hasn't given me a lot of reason to hold them. Because like when I think about it, and I even mentioned it last week, most of the PlayStation games people have been praising, except for like maybe God of War, Horizon, and like Infamous, most of them have been third-party titles. Like Persona 5 is Atlas, Spider-Man is Insomniac. And I'm kind of just tired of I'm just very tired. Oh, what happened to that message? Okay. Oh, it's like Ark, okay. Savagery, okay. So apparently Atlas ain't shit. I mean, I wasn't overly interested to begin with, but still. But yeah, like, and the other thing is that Sony's been on this weird push of like narrative-driven games. Everyone, I just got the notification of the stream just now, and it scared me. Yeah, I think, by the way, for those who want to like catch this shit, well, yeah, but they didn't have Insomniac when Spider-Man came out. Like, now that's relevant, but like they didn't have Insomniac when Spider-Man came out. But you are right, they did buy Insomniac. But By the way, for those who want to like make sure they're up to date with all the stuff I post, click the notification bell. That would be highly appreciated and highly beneficial to you to click the notification bell if you're subscribed to me, because it will work out for you in the future. Because YouTube has been pretty garbage as of lately. Actually, they've been garbage for like the last, what, 4 years? 3 or 4 years? Jesus Christ. Yeah, actually, I would agree with that. Sony's crowning achievement is off of their... Sony's biggest achievement is based off of their third party, not their first party. And if they start burning these Japanese third party developers, that's going to cut half of their appeal. Well, not half. I'd probably say at least 15-20% of their appeal out right there. It kind of just depends on how they want to handle going into the new generation. Let's see. But yeah, I agree. Sony's third-party games are highly overrated. People just don't care that they're overrated. I know it doesn't work, but that's all we have, Lightning. We literally only have the notification bell. That's all we have. So that's all we can really deal with. But also just know that on Sundays, I will always be doing this. So, like, either have my page up in a tab or something. Yeah, the Xbox event kind of went under the radar because there was nothing of value in the Xbox event. The Xbox event was really an elongated state of play with, like, less interesting shit in it. Well, actually, I won't say that. I probably would say Xbox had more stuff overall because xCloud has been talked about for so long. Updates to Gears 5 would have been something was appreciated. They had more stuff. I just hate their presentation is bad. The Xbox's presentation is terrible. I wish they would go to like a more direct style feel, or at least like cut it down. It shouldn't be like an hour. If you're gonna have like a 44 or an hour long event, it should be like there should be a good number of heavy hitting shit in it. Nintendo can get heavy hitting shit out in like 30 to 40 minutes. So what the fuck does it take you an hour to have a bunch of mediocre information in it? So I'm so tired of both of these companies. Because one of them needs to get their shit together. One of them needs to be on their ball, and I don't think it's gonna happen. Xbox has potential. They both have potential to do better. I think Sony is very dedicated to the kind of games they put out now, which kind of sucks because I don't find a lot of their games interesting. Like, if I go get my PlayStation, let me go get the PlayStation games I bought, right? And see how many of them are actually PlayStation games or PlayStation exclusives. Hold on 1 second. I want to prove, and I don't have that many PlayStation games, mind you. Oh shit. Shit. Well, the Treehouse is better because the Treehouse at least shows me footage of games that were just announced. I think I have 8. I have 8 PlayStation games in total, with 2 of them being digital. Senran Kagura, I think is PlayStation exclusive. Yakuza, I'm not sure. Yakuza might be PlayStation exclusive. Resident Evil 2, I believe, is not. Spider-Man is. Nier is not anymore. Crash is not anymore. This is anime bullshit because I enjoyed it. Fun game, just, you know. And it's also not exclusive because this came out on Switch. And then, this game, which is also not exclusive. There's only a few games that I was super interested in. Oh, what are you guys saying? I never thought about PS and Xbox presentations like that. But yeah, Nintendo does their presentations. Yeah. Nintendo has better presentations. Yeah, because most of the games I even showed, you can buy on PC. Is it on... What is... Senran Kagura I'm talking about the main games. The main games I think are still PS4. I mean PlayStation exclusive. Like the side games will show up on Nintendo, but like the main games I think are only on like PlayStation. But yeah, most of these games are on PC if they're not on like other systems. The only game I have that I think is 100% Sony exclusive is Spider-Man, I think. Yeah, I don't. You wanna know why I don't have a lot? Because I didn't buy this thing until 2017. I didn't buy this until like it was like a month or two before the Switch came out. Because I actually was pretty good with my Wii U for the majority of the time. It's only been recently that I started buying like PlayStation games like that. Because a lot of them I wasn't overly interested in. No, the Spider-Man is only on PlayStation. Oh, that's true. Okay, that's fair, Lightning. That's fair. Simran Kagura is on PC. I'm sorry, I didn't even think about it. I got PS4 games, man. I mean, it's not like there weren't games to buy. There just weren't a lot of games I was super interested in. Yeah, I got you. I understand, Lightning. I didn't misunderstood you. Or I didn't think about the PC games. Yeah, that's very true. Bad latency. I didn't. There was to me there was like the Wii U. Even though the Wii U had its problems, like between the Wii U and 3DS, I was pretty content up until 2016. No, until 2017. 2017 is when I bought the PS4, and then I got the Switch like a few months later. So I've only had the PS4 for maybe. I'll be going into my third year in a few months. But like, I've only had it for 2 years, and I haven't bought that many games. Hell, most of these games, a good chunk of these, I haven't beaten yet. Like, I still haven't beaten Crash 2 and 3, Nier, and technically Resident Evil 2. I need to go back and play the other stuff. When you, like, to me, Nintendo already was like my console of choice. That's why I never understood the idea of buying every console. Like, how much time do you have? As a full functioning adult, how much time do you have playing every console and every major game release? Yeah, ironically enough, I would still argue the DS I think overall has a better library, but it's not. It's close. It's super close. Well, Sony has IPs. Sony just doesn't use them. Like, when the fuck was the last time we got a Twisted Metal game? There's one right there. You could put out a new Heavenly Sword game. We can get a new Sly Cooper game. I doubt they'll do anything. I think since Naughty Dog did Jak and Daxter and they're doing Last of Us, I don't think we'll get a new Jak and Daxter anytime soon. But Sony has IPs they can do. They just choose not to. Renewal wasn't supposed to be on Steam, but that changed. Yeah, the whole censorship thing. That's going to get in trouble. Yeah, if you're a teenager, I imagine you have more free time. But like as a full functioning adult, I can't be heavy into every console. I already probably have too many platforms in general. Just between Steam, PS4, and Nintendo, that's already too much because Steam gets left by the wayside a lot for me. Yeah, I don't even see the point of getting, I don't even see the point of having an Xbox. Part of me thinks, depending on how PlayStation is next year, I could easily just jump between PC and Switch and be perfectly fine. Personally, for me. What else? I think that's really it for Xbox and PlayStation. There's not like a lot to talk about. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Twisted Metal. Platformers have kind of regained some footholding. Not a lot, but they have gained some footholding again. Like, it's primarily been Mario and then the indie scene. I'm trying to think, because the indie scene is kind of what's revived platformers in a way. Well, because Sony doesn't rotate their IPs. Sony just gets rid of IPs and makes new ones. Like, I didn't even realize that they had lost Crash and Spyro until I started seeing them on other consoles. Sony's slick. Sony is super slick, yo. And then I've been so busy between all these fucking RPGs. Nintendo, for some reason, has been on this RPG kick this year. And granted, I appreciate it as an RPG fan. My wallet and time doesn't appreciate it. Because how the fuck do you expect me to go through Fire Emblem? What's the other one I've been playing? It's Fire Emblem. Fucking Dragon Quest just came out. Then you already had other games coming out like fucking Astral Chain and Daemon X Machina, Luigi's Mansion. Then you got fucking Pokemon in November. Yo, I appreciate the RPG love, but Jesus Christ. I doubt we'll get, if we're gonna get if we're gonna get any collection from an Xbox property, it'll probably be Gears before it would be Halo. That would be my bet. We would probably get Gears before we get Halo on Switch. I rotate between my PC and Nintendo Switch. Exactly. That's the same issue I run into. I don't have enough time to play Steam games. Not that they're not good. I just haven't had time. Yeah, it probably, if it was going to be one of those two, it'd probably be Gears. And I would bank Rare Replay than anything else. I don't know if I would say it's a steal. I feel like if you got it for $200, it's a steal. I knew you were going to be on that Digimon life. People who buy a console, every console have a bunch of money to waste. Well, exactly. I know people who have a PlayStation 4. It's kind of like those people who buy every fucking game. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you didn't buy Zelda? I'm like, yo, I haven't even beaten Fire Emblem Three Houses yet. I haven't even finished Astral Chain yet. And I already had fucking Dragon Quest 11S on preload. Like, I ain't got the time to be out here buying every Daemon X Machina and fucking Zelda. I don't have the time just on Nintendo, my preferred platform. And then people are like, why aren't you buying? And that's the reason why I haven't bought Batman. And then Resident Evil, which has been pretty good. Yesterday was kind of a roadblock for me, which means throughout next week, I'm gonna have to play some off-screen stuff, but I'll still finish. I still plan to finish like Leon and Claire's stories. From where people have told me, I'm almost done with Leon. So yeah, Three Houses is kind of a weird game for me. Like Three Houses, I enjoy, but if you ask me what's my favorite like modern Fire Emblem game, I probably would say overall I still probably like Fates more. I feel like Three Houses tried to appease both fan bases by having a more strategy focused game, but like less, like it's more like Echoes than it is like Fates. Because even though it has skills, it's definitely more like Echoes than it is Fates. But I think the map design hurts that game the most. That game's maps is not that interesting. The durability system isn't that big of a deal. I like Three Houses. I just don't like Three Houses as much. Like, I think Fates will age better. That's a personal opinion, but still. See, look at it. See, Odyssey. And Odyssey, what, is a 2-year-old game at this point? Or about to be 2-year-old of a game? Yeah, that's probably the reason why I've been, like, I've been buying games sparingly on Steam. Like, even Cuphead. Like, I bought Sunset Overdrive on PC. I have only played like a couple hours of that game. Although when I got Cuphead on Switch, though, I beat that game. Cuphead is actually really addictive. And I knew I was going to play that game more than I thought I was. But man, Cuphead is some shit. I fuck with Cuphead, yo. I don't have the time, Static. I'm trying to get through some games, damn it. Resident Evil 2 is like the next one on the list, and then I'll probably put out a poll for the next game. I wouldn't even say the calendar system I don't think goes by as fast. I think it's kind of slow, if anything. I don't... True, I don't... Someone will have that many games I want. Spider-Man and Persona 5 are like the main games I want on PS4. Yeah, that's pretty much. I actually think Persona 5 is not that... I'm gonna say it, and I already talked about it. Persona 5, I don't think is as good of a game as people thought it was. I think people who sat there and told me the characters are great in Persona 5, I'm like, maybe the side characters. I don't think the main cast is that good in fucking Persona 5. I think the main cast is highly exaggerated because I think a lot of their confidants are weak as hell. But I wonder if that's just coming from a guy who plays a lot of RPGs. So like, fucking, I don't like. And to be fair, Royal looks like an improvement on Persona 5. I just don't know if I like Persona 5's gameplay enough to go through that shit again. Like, Persona 5 isn't bad, and I'll put it this way. I'll play another Persona game than I'll play another Tales game. Tales Vesperia was not that entertaining to me as a battle system. Like, I think Persona 5 has a more enjoyable battle system. It has some dumb fucking mechanics in it, and I still think the dumbest thing in that game is the fact that if Joker dies, you automatically lose a fight. Considering that fucking battle system is very... Shit can go left in Persona 5's battle system so fucking quick, it's ridiculous. I think Persona 5 has good characters, I just don't think any of them are the main cast. I think Kawakami's better as a character. I think Takemi is better as a character. I think I'm trying to remember all the side characters. Like the gun salesman, I think is better. Like, I think Persona 5 has good characters. I just don't think none of them are the main cast. I think Fire Emblem Three Houses is very like grindy, and I can enjoy it for that. And I still think Fire Emblem Three Houses is good, but it's not like, it doesn't suck me in as much as like Fates or Awakening did. Because I also don't, although I will say the characters are better in Three Houses than I thought they were going to be. Like, Three Houses has better characters than I expected. I would probably say, though, they're only better than Echo's characters, and maybe... the other problem I have is that Three Houses also suffers the same issue Fates had, where Fates thought it was smart to give me 3 storylines to go through, which means you get burnt out real quick. Whereas fucking... Actually, it was 4 if you included the true ending. No, it was 3. I'm lying. It was 3. It was 3, whereas in Three Houses, it's 4 storylines you gotta go through. I don't watch that many podcasts, personally. I listen to Next Gen's podcast, but it's more for the insanity, not necessarily because of, I think it's good. I kind of hate listening to Xbox guys because Xbox guys are so in their fucking feelings about like the situation with their company and how they and honestly, Zaire shits on Nintendo games like nobody's business, and I'm like, bruh, I feel like we should be past that whole part of your life where you're feeling insecure about your gaming habits. Like, motherfuckers are so afraid to like admit that they enjoy platformers. Like, platformers is a kiddie genre. But I don't listen to that many podcasts. I am on chapter 18 of Rhea's plotline, and I'm on like chapter 8 of Edelgard's route. Like, I'm pretty close to the end of Rhea's, but it also depends on what you mean when you say beat 3 houses. If you're talking about if I've beaten a like every one or just one house. Because the thing is, I was intentionally trying to do Black Eagles first, and then realized I fucked up and ended up getting Rhea's route instead of the Black Eagles route. So I played like the majority of Rhea's route is what I've been playing, and then up until recently where I went, fuck, I messed up. So right now I'm going backwards and playing a second file to go and do Edelgard's route. Because Edelgard's is the shortest, although I'm probably going to go back and finish Rhea's first. I haven't gotten any of the endings yet, so I don't know. I do not know. Oh yeah, Xbox will never... I can't really pick a house because I've only really done Black Eagles. Both, to get Rhea's route, you have to do Black Eagles. So I've only done Black Eagles. And the characters have been pretty entertaining and surprising so far in Black Eagles. So if they maintain that consistency, then I look forward to doing Claude's and Dimitri's. Xbox still, that's the funny thing. People sit there and say Nintendo is for kids, but Nintendo can shake that stigma real quick. Xbox can never get rid of that dude bro shit. Can never get rid of it. It's insane almost. I guess real quick to talk about the Pokemon anime, there's not a lot to talk about. Does that really? I like the combat in Three Houses. I don't necessarily like. I just don't feel like I have to do it. I don't have to strategize as much in Three Houses. Like in Conquest, I remember I had to think out the way I approach situations because I could get fucked up real quick in Conquest. In Three Houses, it's a lot of me just kind of casually making my way down a map. I think the map design sucks. I also don't think the enemies stick out as much. Like, to me, in my memory, I don't remember, like, Echoes, as much as I don't like Echoes overall, like, Echoes, and I still think Echoes is probably one of the most overhyped of the modern games. Like, Echoes is a game I don't think deserves nowhere near the amount of shit Echoes, I feel like, gets way more praise than it fucking deserves. Especially because, like, people sit there and praise Berkut and, what's her name, Mina, I think. That is the most worthless character in Fire Emblem history, bro. Like, of the modern games, Berkut's, like, love interest is the most worthless fucking character. And I think I saw her get announced for, like, Heroes. And I was like, who the fuck cares? This character doesn't exist. It pisses me off that... I'm going to go on a slight tangent real quick. It pisses me off Echoes gets praised for things that it does that fucking Fates and Awakening did. It's so stupid. The Berkut is like the best villain in that game, and he's still not even shown that often. He's shown like 3 to 4 times, I think. And all 3 of them, no, I think it's 3 times. It's his introduction, the second fight, and when he's fucking subscribed to the, where he's become like a servant of Duma. Like, Jesus Christ, Randolph suffers the same bullshit Garen suffers in Fates, where he's a villain the majority of the game until the very end of the game where they try to rehumanize him. And people acted like, oh, but fucking Echoes has such a good story. No, the fuck it doesn't. Its supports are stupid because its support system doesn't... People are like, I like Echo's support system. Like, oh, so you like the support system that you only do supports with some of the characters, and some of the characters you think you should be able to do supports with, you don't do supports with? Like, I'm so fucking done. I'm so fucking done with Echoes in that bullshit. And that's what pisses me off. I fucking... And then the idiocy of Celica halfway through the fucking story. Celica is not... No, Alm is the only good character in Echoes. Like, one I would say is really well written. I think Alm is the best character in Echoes. Yeah, that's the other thing I'm missing. The fucking the weapon triangle makes it's almost like Three Houses wanted to be a jack of all trades. Three Houses wants to fucking have the appeal that like Fates and Awakening has, but wants to be more old school like fucking the older games are. But it never really hits the mark on all of it. Like, oh, here's weapon durability back, but we're gonna take away the triangle. Well, that kind of hurts the strategy of the game. Like, if this is gonna be the more strategic Fire Emblem, you should have kept in the weapon triangle, yo. Which is part of the reason why I don't think fucking Three Houses is like, I still think Fates is the best of the modern games. Overall, I think Fates is the best of the modern games. Like I said, I like the triangle isn't in Three Houses, which is fucking stupid. Why make a strategic, why have this be more, it's like a half step. Like, oh, we're going to take out the triangle because they took the triangle out of Echoes, I think. Echoes doesn't have the triangle. But like Echoes gameplay, but Echoes is worse to me still because Echoes has worse maps. But it tries to take cues from Echo. And I think Three Houses ends up being a worse game because of it. Because I think Echoes is the weakest of the fucking modern games. That map design really hurts Echoes. And I don't think the map design is that much better in Three Houses. There is no strategy, yo. There is barely any strategy in Three Houses. The most interesting strategy thing wise in Three Houses is the damn is the beasts. The beasts are like the most interesting thing. And the beasts are only interesting because of the way you have to approach them. They're not used enough, at least in Rhea's route, they're not used enough, so it doesn't mean as much for me. Like, I just don't know. At least as far as Black Eagles, like I said, I gotta play to see if the gameplay varies between houses. I can't say anything about Edelgard or Rhea all the way until I beat one of their storylines. I gotta at least beat one or both of their storylines first. The problem, I think, the other problem is that even though Fates did the whole choose your path like at chapter 5, like it's better than like this. I choose my path like in the second or third chapter, I think, and then I spend another like 6 to 8 chapters. No, it's like no. It's like yeah, it's 8 chapters or so. Yeah, I spend like another 8 chapters before the time skip. Well, Dorothea is bae. I fucking love Dorothea. Dorothea has been great. I actually gained a lot of respect for characters like Caspar too, because I thought Caspar was gonna be like a gimmick throughout the whole time, and he's not. Caspar I really like. The hell disconnected? I don't even know what disconnected. That was weird. Is my mic working? My mic's still working. Oh, it was my fucking hard drive? Well, that's kind of random. That was weird. Anywho. Dorothea is fucking great. I think Caspar is good. I like Petra a lot. Edelgard, just based off of her supports, I really enjoy. Linhardt is interesting. He's better than what I thought he was gonna be. Hubert, I haven't done enough supports with. I really like Ferdinand. Is one of those pretty boys, but he's not too fucking annoying. Who else? Oh, I love Bernadetta. I love Bernadetta. I fucking love Bernadetta to death. She's a little bit too. She's very gimmicky, like the Awakening in Face Kaz, but she has some good fucking supports the deeper you get into it. But she is very gimmicky in the beginning. Most of her beginning supports are insanely gimmicky. What else? I'm trying to think of most of Black Eagles I enjoy, and I just started recruiting some of the other characters like Marionette, Listia. Is it Listia? I forget her. The white-haired girl. I forget her name. I believe is Golden Deer. I believe. Ingrid, who's very interesting to me just because of how she's handled. Yeah, I got to go back and do Blue Lion. There's so many games, not enough time. And I've already been talking for a fucking hour, motherfucker. I guess real quick, I'll talk about the Pokemon anime real quick. Three Houses has its good points. I just don't think it's as good as like. I think I still genuinely enjoy Fates overall more. I also think I like Skill Emblem more than Strategy Emblem. Although I don't think we've had a good modern Strategy Emblem game anyway. Echoes has bad maps. Three Houses has mediocre maps with a few interesting gimmicks in their maps. That's what hurts the strategy a lot. The other problem is that each of those games suffer. I feel like taking away the weapon triangle is stupid. I feel like that needs to be in the game. If you're gonna have Strategy Emblem, you need to have the triangle. The weapon triangle to me is needed. Yeah, Leone is also another one I'm trying to recruit. She's another character I'm trying to recruit right now. In my Black Eagle playthrough, I'm actually recruiting characters, whereas in my Rhea playthrough, I just stuck with the Black Eagle cast. But yeah, I need a good Strategy Emblem game to sell me on Strategy Emblem. Because I think Fates is the best skill emblem game. That shit was so good. I think I like Awakening more in the sense of like, Awakening didn't burn me out because I only played through it once, whereas Fates, you had to play through it like 3 times. But I would go back and replay Fates. Female Boliv has more S rank supports. GG. GG game. GG. What else? But yeah, real quick, I guess I'll talk about the Ash design. Ash's design, I'm fine with. I don't know how much I've already talked about. The Ash design I'm fine with. I'm cool with them traveling to different regions. I just want to see more. I recruited Catherine on my Rhea playthrough. I think that's the only way you can recruit her though. See, I haven't played it. I'm still trying to recruit Leon. Leone is the one I'm trying to recruit. Um, but I like Ash's design. Doe's design is fine. It's funny because he's voiced by Deku. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of Pokemon My Hero Academia pictures we're going to see pop up in the coming days and weeks and shit. Um, there's not a lot to talk about with Pokemon other than like we now know the plot is him traveling to different regions, which is perfectly cool. I thought that was a cool idea from jump. I'm just curious about how it's going to be handled. Now that he's champion, that would be fucking great. Maybe he hangs out with certain cast members. Because here's the thing, I know not everybody's in their original regions anymore. Like I know Silent and Iris I don't think are in Unova anymore. I don't think Maze and Hoenn anymore. I think most of them are traveling around. I think Dawn, I think a lot of them are in Johto and Kanto. And if they actually have like character arcs based around like each of the gym leaders and maybe Ash reclaiming like becoming champion of each region, that could be cool. Like the potential for this new series is pretty fucking high. Just kind of depends. Shamir is bae. I love fucking Shamir. I like Shamir. I also like how the lore of Three Houses plays into their characters. Like how Caspar and Petra's fathers, like I think Caspar's dad killed Petra's father. So like there's like some inner tension in certain supports because of their history. I love that shit. Three Houses I think Three Houses supports are slept on. Because I think they're good. They're a good middle ground. They're not like all anime campy, like fucking Fates' was. But man, I appreciate the lore mixing in well with it. Oh yeah. If you give me a longer Battle Frontier, where Ash reuses some of his older Pokemon, they get new moves, maybe they have new evolutions, that kind of shit, I would be down for that. I would 100% be down for that. I just want more expansion, I guess. This could end up being pretty good if handled correctly. Him going to other regions is already an interesting idea in itself. Just don't fuck it up, Pokemon. That's all I ask. I can handle Ash being back if it's handled in the direction it looks like you're going. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. You can see Silver, Wally, Hugh, Zinnia, Hilda, Rosa. See, people act like there isn't potential for this new series. I understand, and I would agree. I would have been cool with Ash being gone too. But man, if they get this shit right and use these characters the right way, this could be the best fucking region of the anime. This could be the best region. We'll see. That's why I think that's the reason why I was able to get Catherine, because if I have the Rhea, I went the Rhea path, so I got Catherine. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What else? So the anime has a lot of potential in it. We'll just see what happens. But I've already been talking for like an hour and 10 minutes. Thank you guys for the constant support. I really do appreciate it. We're on 8 episodes, and literally it's been just me talking for about an hour or so about various shit that happens the previous weeks before. And I've gotten a consistent like around 15 people or so. That seems to be my average of viewers. So even though these videos are only getting like maybe 200 or 300 views, the fact that you guys are showing up and having interactive conversation, that's what makes these videos good. And that tells me that you want me to keep doing them. So the goal is I'm going to keep doing these podcast episodes, and we'll see how far we go. I might later on try to get people to join in on this. But for right now, I'm just enjoying I'm enjoying this. I appreciate this. There's a lot of interactivity. So it's good. In the poster we see as Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Ah, Kuro hit me with that. That would be a nice callback, yo. That would be the greatest. Considering the anime has gone out of its way to like not do callbacks to its previous region, Sun and Moon was a lot more open about it. If they do that, take some of the filler, or moments that were mentioned in other arcs in the previous regions, and call back to it to where it relates into this new region, this shit could be great. But yeah, for now I gotta go because I haven't eaten dinner yet. Actually, I haven't eaten nothing today. I need to eat. I need to shower. I need to get ready for tomorrow because I have work tomorrow. Woo! And then I probably need to record some One Piece videos, some One Piece and some Black Clover videos for the anime channel. I already have a vlog video I need to edit. There's so much shit to do, man. I haven't talked to Min in so long. I mean, I don't have anything against Min. I just literally have not talked to him in so long. But yeah, for now we'll just leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support, and catch me next week for another Manic episode. Until then, I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, it's all for the love of the game.